successful politician. And when I come to entrepreneurship, in my journey, so like when I meet the big industrialists, for example, when they say that we are doing this, and I keep on wondering how this family has done it in 40 years and they have become this. And how come in 20 years I'm still doing it? It is not that I don't have my head or something like that. I'm succeeding, I'm going, but still I have to be, it is like a Lakshman Rekha that I cannot cross to. Because why? Being a politician's wife, what happens? Immediately you get surrounded, like they think us to be a trophy wife, first of all.
Right. Yeah.
And secondly, when they think like, okay, fine, today she is successful because she is the wife of.
But that is with women, right?
Yes.
The success, the credit of the success is never given to the woman for the work that she does.
Yes.
It's either the husband or the father. It's, yeah.
Because just before me, Mrs. Saxsena, she has spoken, like, we perceive men as they are the karta dhartas of the universe, and women are just to support. Even if they mind a phone, they are not recognized.
That's right. Yes.
And normally when you have got a very big tree over you, the small things takes a trouble in growing.
Absolutely.
And the struggle, it's becomes very difficult. So, in sometimes, like, okay, fine, being Himanta Biswa Sarma's wife, it is actually very difficult to be an entrepreneur, because everybody thinks, because he's a politician in its sense, he said that, Remy, now since we know that we are all surrounding as the politics goes, and if you see me, like today somebody sees me that, madam, I have seen you in all the news coverage, instead of being happy, you believe me, I get scared, because I am depicted for all the wrong reasons. Of being a chief minister's wife, how can you become an entrepreneur? In one of the TV interviews, like I told, like, mera husband to women empowerment ke liye, he is a champion of the cause. But जब wife करती है, मेरे को तो जूते का माला पहनना पड़ता है, वो भी हर एक size का. Name it, and I have all the sizes in my and that is where the you can say it a beauty, you can say it a irony, you can say it a struggle.
Yes.
That is where it lies. That is what I want to say. Like, it's a moment where you cherish being his wife. Sometimes it's a rope that pulls you back, but that is the struggle and the celebration of being a celebrity's wife. That's
I would think that, I would say that he is a celebrity's husband, at least in Guwahati and Assam. Because you're quite a celebrity in your own right.
I am, thank you.
Of course, exactly. So this is the humility, right, that women deal with. We're always living with an imposter syndrome, that, right? We're always fighting that self-doubt. Sangeeta ji, what does power mean for you? You know, at the moment, like you said, that you are accessible, you want people to come and approach you, and the fact is also that people might approach you because they want to get something done. So, you know, where do you draw the line, and what does power signify for you?
Power to me is that license which, you know, gives you the authority, the right to be the change that you want to see in the society. Power should never be to impose power. It should always be to empower others. Or power, in my right, I have no power. I'm only talking about power.
So the session is Fabulous Lives of Powerful Wives, and she's saying she has no power.
No, I have no power, and I remain very humble as a LG's wife. लेकिन मैं एक चीज को बहुत मानती हूँ कि पावर का कभी नशा नहीं चढ़ना चाहिए, क्योंकि नशा जिस चीज का भी हो बहुत जल्दी उतर जाता है. So a powerful person has to remain humble, approachable, polite, listen to people's voice. दुनिया में बहुत दुख दर्द है. अगर आप भी अपना पावर इम्पोज करने लगे कि तुम कुछ नहीं हो, मैं सब कुछ हूं, मैं सब जानता हूं. It doesn't work like that. So power has to be humbling. For me, that is power. You are powerful only when you're humble. If you're arrogant, you are not powerful. You're arrogant.
That's a wonderful, wonderful takeaway, really. Thank you for saying that. Riniki ji, in the power dynamics at home, both of you are very powerful personalities. How does that work out? Who calls the shots at home?
Okay. So, it is basically both of us, we are very strong-headed in the sense. So, what we have our very lines defined that I will not enter your assembly, you don't enter my home.
Okay.
So, and it happened with a very interesting story. So, Hemanta was a Vastu freak.
Okay.
And I don't believe in Vastu. I need a good house that needs to be very beautiful and it has to have the aesthetics on the right sense. We had a dining table, so I have placed it very aesthetically in one club. In the morning I place it and go to the office, and evening again it turns around in a different place. Again the next day I come in the morning, again in the evening. We had a tussle for 1 month like that. And every day, Hemanta, he doesn't speak to me, neither I speak to him directly, but we turned the tables. And then after 1 month, we finally came to a conclusion it should be in the middle of the house. So, and both of us, neither of them eat in that dining table, but it is a vast. Then I told them, when you are in the political, so you have all good people coming home. They should have the aesthetics correct. So let me take care of the home front. I will give you a proper, beautiful set. You just come and flaunt that you have done it. So that is what, and that is how we maintain. But actually in this power dynamics, there are a lot of people who tries to ping you from the back. And that is where, if you don't have your head on your shoulder, so that is where the family the breaking line starts. So in that way we are very clear. So if anything happens in the house, he will say, go and ask madam. If anything happens politically, I said, I'm the wrong person. That is how we are. And the best part of it is that if we meet too often, then the house will blast. so that is where we are okay.
I think that's wonderful advice. If you meet too often, the house will blast. So, all right, okay, very quickly, I'll say the following and you tell me what comes to your mind. I'll say, Assam.
Beautiful green.
Media.
Redefining.
Redefining.
The society.
Kaziranga.
One horn rhino.
Cotton College.
Nostalgia.
Hemanta Viswa Sarma.
Okay, I'm taking time to answer. I don't know. This is something I actually don't know. He's my husband. That's why.
Husband?
That's it.
Power.
Influence, inspiration.
Politics.
Politics. Even that's and for me, before marrying Hemanta, quote unquote, I was to say it is the last resort of scoundrels. But now, for me, because when he was a lawyer at the time, but now for me, politics, if used in the right way, it adds a very beautiful and a defining meaning, not only to yourself, but to the society to whom you are contributing yourself, your entire life.
Okay. Business.
My blood.
Ma'am, I'm going to ask you a few, I'll say a few words and you tell me what comes to your mind. Yes, right here. Delhi.
Majestic city with monuments yet unexplored. There are so many of them. You need to visit all these places.
Rains.
Beautiful if you are sipping a cup of adrak wali chai in your balcony, but very harassing if you are on the roads.
Donald Trump.
Oh. The topic of every dinner table conversation in every household today.
PM Modi.
Unmatched. The country is blessed to have him.
The loudest applause. Rahul Gandhi.
Unmatched again.
And Mr. Saxsena.
Mr. Saxsena again was a very difficult question, isn't it? In very simple words, he is a very simple man. थोड़ा सा लंबा आंसर दे दूं इस बात का?
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल दीजिए.
लेकिन उनके अपने शब्दों में अगर मैं उनको डिस्क्राइब करूं तो उनकी जिंदगी का फलसफा 2-3 उनके पसंदीदा गजलों के शेर हैं जो वो कहते हैं, वो अपने लिए ही पढ़ते हैं और कहते हैं कि ये मुझे डिफाइन करते हैं. पहला वो अपने लिए ये कहते हैं कि जो डूबना है तो इतने सुकून से डूबो, जो डूबना है तो इतने सुकून से डूबो कि आसपास की लहरों को भी पता ना चले. इससे वो ये कहते हैं कि जो काम आपको करना है ना वो कर जाइए, ढोल बाजा तमाशा ना कीजिए. लेट योर वर्क स्पीक फॉर यू एंड डोंट कीप ब्लैबरिंग अबाउट योर वर्क. एक और शेर जो उनका बहुत पसंदीदा है वो है कि हम भी दरिया हैं, हमें अपना हुनर मालूम है, जिस तरफ भी चल पड़ेंगे रास्ता हो जाएगा. आपको शायद लगेगा इसमें तो बड़ी एरोगेंस की बू है, लेकिन नहीं. उनका इसका ट्रांसलेशन ये है कि आई हैव फेथ इन माई एबिलिटी, इन माई कैपेसिटी, इन माई डिटर्मिनेशन एंड डेडिकेशन. कहीं मेरे रास्ते में रोड ब्लॉक भी आएगा, मैं अपना रास्ता बना लूंगा और सही रास्ता बनाऊंगा. वो कहते हैं कि ए जज्बा दिल अगर मैं चाहूं हर चीज मुकाबिल आ जाए, मंजिल की तरफ 2 गाम चलूं तो सामने मंजिल आ जाए. वो कहते हैं कि चलना तो आप ही को पड़ेगा अपनी मंजिल की तरफ, मंजिल तो चल के आपकी तरफ आने नहीं वाली. सो दिस इज व्हाट ही इज. ये उन्होंने इस चीज को सिर्फ एक गजल की शेर की तरह नहीं पढ़ा, अपने लिए पढ़ते हैं, हर जगह पढ़ते हैं. And that is what he actually is. I've seen him in 36 years. Whatever he set his eyes upon, there were huge challenges. Even as in the day he formed his NGO, I was very scared for him. He was a very junior officer, but he fought big oil companies. He began there with his NGO, and you all must be very aware of the fights that he's taken, and he's won them, but with sincerity, with loyalty, and with absolute humility. So he's been that person to me.
Thank you so much for that. Here we have 2 different generations of powerful wives. Thank you so much. May you always wear your power as lightly as you do today. Thank you so much. Can we have a huge round of applause for both the wonderful women who came and who were very candid with us. I'm sure it's not easy being in the limelight all the time, and you are always, for whatever they do, not only are they judged, but their partners are also judged. So I think that's a huge burden to carry. Thank you so much, and a big round of applause once again.
Big thank you to Rinki ji and Sangeeta ji for showing us what it truly means to turn passion into purpose and ideas into impact. And thank you to you too, Shweta. It was a pleasure having you here. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll now be breaking for lunch. Please join us at 2 p.m. sharp as we continue with these insightful and inspiring conversations. Hope you're having a good time and enjoy your lunch.